Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you got a chance to look at my other videos. Um, I'm sure that somebody was able to use something from there. Today we're gonna shift gears a little bit, and I'm gonna show you something that for me, it was fun. It's a little bit of an overkill of something that's not that complicated. And you might say this is not an accounting issue, but it is a circumstance for tracking. And in this case, we're gonna use a VBA to help and to do a blood pressure reading, tracking sheet. I, in my time, the doctor says, well, man, you might have a little bit of high blood pressure. Just take some readings, the time, the day, and write them out. And when you come back to visit, just bring them along. And the thing is that you wind up bringing this little scrap paper with real bad writing on it, or the timing, it's not, don't know what time it is, but I did something here that somebody might find. When I took this back to the doctor, he was tickled pink because he was like, "Whoa, that's pretty interesting." So let's say here you got you took a reading, you double click, and so now it gives you the date that you took the reading, the time you took the reading, and it prompts you right there, and you write in your reading, and there it is. Okay. So then here, this is a formula that gives the average of the systolic, and that's reading everything. So then another day comes along, and you take a reading, and now you want to record it. You double click, and this is gonna highlight everything that's above this average. So anything of equal to or above this benchmark is going to highlight it. As you see this is 120, so it didn't highlight it. So if you do this reading, do it like that, and you come and you do that, see, there's no highlighting because it's not over that number. So today I'm gonna show you how to do this. It's a little bit of fun project. It's not overly complicated. And it might be useful for somebody that has to do this. So just stay tuned, and we'll tackle this. Okay, so and please make sure that this is not giving any medical advice or anything. So it's always good to see a doctor for anything that you feel, or any issues that you might have. So there's no medical advice being given here, or anything that says that I'm a doctor or anything. So always go to your doctor. Okay, so we're gonna call up. We're gonna get we're gonna get the VBA. So I already put in a module. I named it pressure reading. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the sub. I'm gonna call it my colors. That's it. I'm gonna make a little note. It's called says the colors and borders. Okay, so now I'm gonna say active cell. Active cell. Got resize 1 to 5. interior color index, and that's gonna be 19 for me. That number can be anything you want. As you can see, I'm using this number, this color chart here, and for me, it's 19, this one, but you can, that's an issue that you can pick any color you want. That's up to the person. Okay, so now I'm gonna say active cell. I'm gonna offset this next one. Offset one row and no columns. And no columns. I'm gonna resize. Resize and do the interior. Color index, and that's going to equal for me 35. Okay, I'm going to say active cell. That resize 1 to 5. And now we're going to do borders. Borders. Line style equals XL. Thick. We're gonna need this one again. Copy and put it here. The only difference with this one is that this one is gonna be offsetting. Offset. Set 1 and 0. The next item is going to be this is a note. I'm formatting. Okay, so now we're going to columns because we want to format the time column. Number format equals H hours, minutes, AM, PM. Okay. One inserts time and date. In this area, we're going to insert time and dates. So active cell dot value equals date. That's going to give you the date. Active cell dot offset. No rows and 1 column. And the value is going to be equal to time. We're going to write this in here. I'll explain what that is in a little bit. Okay. So now there's another subroutine that has to go with this. So And this one I called my reading. There you go. My reading. And my reading. So my reading, we're gonna declare some variables. And this is called my bench. My bench as range. And I'm gonna make a note here. This is the average reading. Benchmark. I'm gonna set my benchmark equal to range F1, dim I as long. Okay, I'm going to say where I begins, I equal at 2. That means roll 2. We're going to do another one. Dim LR stands for last row as long. R equals range. See, rows dot count and Excel up dot row. Okay, so now for this one, we're gonna do a for loop for I equals 2 to the last row. That means you can keep going on to all the way, as many rows as you want, and you don't have to, it'll continue working. Okay, so now we say another note. Set borders around abnormal readings. Abnormal readings. This is going to put the red border around anything that exceeds the benchmark. So if cells I 3, that you're looking at that 3, that means the third column. You're looking at the numbers from the third column. Value greater than or equal. Oops, or equal. My benchmark. Then cells I 3 dot resize, and resize it for 3. Border around, border around. That's equals 3. That's 3 is red, and the weight is Excel thick. Excel thick. Okay. And then we're putting in an extra here, else, because if not, we wanted to do something else. I mean, cells I 3 dot resize 1 to 3. Border around. Border around. Color index. One is black. White equals XL thin. One thin lines in there. Okay, now we're gonna close off that if statement, and if close off the loop. Next I. That should be it for this part. But there's another thing, because we have a double click event. And remember, as you've seen in my other videos, this is a click event. There's no button associated with it or anything. So let's go look at it. And I placed it in here. My colors. And my colors before double click. And my reading. So this is a double click event in the workbook. So that means it's gonna work anywhere in this workbook you go, and it'll work. So let's go test it out. There it is. This back. And it just took away the red because it's under the 124. So, and this is the color chart. This is the numbers that you would put the colors of anything you want in there. And sure enough, look at that. It works anywhere in this worksheet. So if you find this pretty interesting, and if you're a guy that likes to track anything, and you're in need of tracking your blood pressure readings, and you want to have a little bit of fun and be a little bit technical with it, you should try this out. It's not very complicated, not very hard, and it's a nice learning project for to learn how to associate code with the worksheet. As you see, it's always a good idea to look at it and to see how it attaches to it, to how it attaches to the spreadsheet. That way you can take coding and always be able to work it to something that you need. This is the whole point of my channel here, that you take something and you make it work to what you need. So if you like it, if you find this interesting, if you enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll be posting more videos about other things coming up as associated with accounting, and other items. So I'm glad you came. I'm sure this helps you. And so I thank you very much. Thank you.